How to Attract Money. How to Attract Money by Dr. Joseph Murphy writes about the ways one can attract wealth and richness in his life. In this book, we will learn how to make friends with money, develop wealth consciousness, reinstate your belief in your abilities, always have a surplus, and live in abundance. Today's summary is on the book, How to Attract Money, which Dr. Joseph Murphy writes. Dr. Murphy believes that every person is here on this earth to grow, expand, and unfold mentally, spiritually, and materially. Therefore, you deserve all the money you need to lead a life of abundance. In this book, we will learn how to make friends with money, develop wealth consciousness, reinstate your belief in your abilities, always have a surplus, and live in abundance. Our desire to be rich is to be a fuller, happier, and more wonderful life. So, to change your mindset about money and know the pathway to financial success and affluence, and truly deserve all these, please read this summary till the end. Chapter 1. Your right to be rich. It is our right to be rich. We are on this earth to lead abundant life and to be happy, radiant, and accessible. We should have all the money to live a happy, prosperous life. We have the right to develop and express ourselves along all lines fully. We should surround ourselves with beauty and luxury. One of the reasons people don't have money is because they refer to money as filthy lucre and believe that love of money is the root of all evil. Another reason they don't prosper is that they have a sneaky, subconscious feeling that there is some virtue in poverty. This subconscious pattern may be due to early childhood training, superstition, etc. But there is no virtue in poverty. It is a disease like another mental disease. If you were physically ill, you would think something was wrong with you. You would seek help or do something about the condition immediately. Same way if you don't have money constantly circulating in your life. There is something radically wrong with you. We all were born to succeed, to win, to conquer all difficulties, and all faculties fully developed. Therefore, if you have a financial lack, do something about it. Get away immediately from all superstitious beliefs about money. Do not ever regard money as evil or filthy. If you do, you cause it to take wings and fly away. Some people say people kill for money. They steal for money. It has been associated with countless crimes, but that does not make it evil. Let's see a few examples. If a man gives $50 to kill someone, he has misused money in using it for a destructive purpose. In the same way, electricity can be used to kill someone or water, but that does not make electricity and water evil. Similarly, if a needle were stuck in your thumb, it would be your evil, not the needles. We know nature's forces or elements are not evil. It depends on our use, whether they bless or hurt us. Love of money to the exclusion of everything else will cause you to become lopsided and unbalanced. Some people crave power, others crave money. If you set your heart only on money and nothing else matters to you so you can get money, we are here to lead a balanced life. Because if all your time is devoted to external things and possessions only, you will find yourself hungry for peace of mind, harmony, love, joy, or perfect health. Love of money to the exclusion of everything else results in frustration, disappointment, and disillusionment. In that sense is the root of all evil. By making money your sole aim, you made a wrong choice. You thought that was all you wanted, but you found after all your efforts that it was not only the money you needed. You desired an actual place, peace of mind, and abundance. You can have the million or many million if you want them and still have peace of mind, harmony, perfect health, and divine expression. Money is a symbol of God's luxury, beauty, refinement, and abundance, and it should be used wisely, judiciously, and constructively to bless humanity in countless ways. It is merely a symbol of the economic health of the nation. When your blood is circulating freely, you are healthy. So likewise, you are economically beneficial when your money is circulating freely in your life. Wealth is a state of consciousness. The scientific thinker looks at money or wealth like the tide, which means it goes out but always returns. The waves never fail. Neither will man's supply when he trusts a tireless, changeless, immortal presence that is omnipresent and flowing ceaselessly. Here is a simple way to impress your subconscious mind with the idea of constant supply or wealth. First, quiet the wheels of your mind. Relax. Immobilize the attention. Get into a sleepy, tired, meditative state of mind. This reduces the effort to the minimum. Then in a quiet, relaxed, and passive way. Reflect on the simple truths. Ask yourself where ideas come from. Where does wealth come from? Where did your mind and brain come from? You will be led back to one source. You will realize that wealth is a state of mind. Take this little phrase, repeat it slowly 4 or 5 times a day quietly to yourself, mainly before you go to sleep. Money is forever circulating freely in my life, and there is always a divine surplus. As you do this regularly and systematically, the idea of wealth will be conveyed to your deeper mind, and you will develop a wealth consciousness. Mechanical repetition will only build the consciousness of wealth. Begin to feel the truth of what you affirm. Chapter 2. Mind Acceptance. In the beginning, people in financial difficulties do not get results with such affirmations as, I am wealthy, I am prosperous, and I am successful. Such statements may cause their conditions to get worse. The reason is that the subconscious mind will only accept the dominance of 2 ideas, prevailing mood, or prevalent feeling. When they say I am prosperous, their sense of lack is greater, and something within them says, no, you are not successful, you are broke. The feeling of lack is dominant, so each affirmation calls forth the mood of absence, and more lack becomes theirs. The way to overcome this for beginners is to affirm what the conscious and subconscious minds will agree on. Then, there will be no contradiction. Our subconscious mind accepts our beliefs, feelings, convictions, and what we consciously take as accurate. A mind could engage the cooperation of his subconscious mind by saying, I am prospering every day. I am growing in wealth and wisdom every day. I am advancing, growing, and moving forward financially. These and similar statements would not create any conflict in mind. For example, if a salesperson has only 10 cents in his pocket, he could quickly agree that he could have more tomorrow. Nothing within him says his sales could not increase. He could use statements like, my sales are growing every day. I am advancing and moving forward. He would find these statements would be psychologically acceptable to his mind and produce a desirable result. But this would be true when they think, feel, say, and mean God is all supply or infinite riches, and what is faithful to God is true to them. Man gets excellent results by dwelling on 3 abstract ideas: health, wealth, and success. Health is a divine reality or quality of God. Wealth is of God. It is eternal and endless. Success is of God. God is always victorious in all his undertakings. The way people can produce remarkable results is to stand before the mirror and repeat for 5 or 10 minutes, health, wealth, and success. They do not say I am healthy or prosperous. They have no opposition in mind. They are quiet and relaxed. Thus, the reason is receptive and passive. Then they repeat these words. Excellent results will follow. Joseph says that wealth is in our minds and gives an example of a young boy in Australia who wanted to be a surgeon but had no money. Nor had he graduated from high school. For expenses, he used to clean doctors' offices, wash windows, and do repair jobs. Every night as he went to sleep, he used to see a diploma on a wall with his name in big, bold letters. He used to clean the diplomas in the medical building, so it was easy for him to engrave the diploma in his mind and develop it there. He continued it for some months. Results followed as he persisted. One of the doctors took a great liking to this young boy. After training him in the art of sterilizing instruments and other miscellaneous first aid work, he became a technical assistant in his office. The doctor sent him to high school and college at his own expense. Later, this man became a prominent doctor in Montreal, Canada. He had a clear image in his mind. He had a dream because his wealth was in his mind. He could have said, I have no education, I do not know the right people, and I am too old to go to school now. I have no money. He would have been beaten before he started. His wealth used the spiritual power within him, which responded to his thought. Joseph says what we do is the automatic response to our inner movements of the mind, inner feeling, and conviction. All our outward signs, motions, and actions follow the inner directions of the mind. Internal action precedes all extreme action. The author shares his example. He used to imagine that one of his famous books, Magic of Faith, would get translated into French. He did this every night for several weeks, falling asleep with the imaginary French edition of Magic of Faith in his hands. And in 1954, before Christmas, he received a letter from a leading publisher in Paris, asking permission to publish and promote the French edition of Magic of Faith to all French-speaking countries. Our knowledge of how our mind works is our savior and redeemer. Thought and feeling are our destinies. We possess everything by right of consciousness. The consciousness produces health. The consciousness of wealth has wealth. If you tell your friend that you are opening up a new business for yourself, he may explain why you are bound to fail. He may instill fear of failure in your mind. But as you become aware of the spiritual power that responds to your thoughts, you will reject the darkness and ignorance of the world and know that you possess all the equipment, passion, and knowledge to succeed. Few people always talk about other people who earned money dishonestly. They are crooked thieves and swindlers. If we analyze the people who speak like that, they are usually in want or suffering from some financial or physical illness. Perhaps their friends went up the ladder of success and excelled at them. Now they are bitter and envious of their success. In many instances, this is the cause of their downfall. Thinking negatively of these other people and condemning their wealth causes their wealth to vanish and flee away. On the one hand, they are praying for God's prospering, and on the other hand, they resent other people's wealth. Therefore, we must always bless the other person and rejoice in his prosperity and success. When you do, you bless and prosper yourself. Now you must be thinking about someone who has prospered financially by taking advantage of others, defrauding them, selling them unsound investments in property, etc. The answer is evident because if we rob, cheat, or defraud another, we do the same to ourselves. In reality, in this case, we are hurting or stealing from ourselves. The loss may come in many ways. It may come in loss of health, prestige, peace of mind, social status, sickness in the home, or business. However, it may come at the cost of money. You can be wealthy and prosperous without hurting anyone. Unfortunately, many men are constantly robbing themselves. They steal from themselves peace of mind, health, joy, inspiration, happiness, and the laughter of God. Many people think they have never stolen, but that is not true. Every time we resent another or are jealous of another's wealth or success, we steal from ourselves. If someone is promoted in your organization, be glad. Congratulate him. Rejoice in his advancement and recognition. If you are angry or resentful, you are demoting yourself. Let the following prayer be used daily by you regarding your home, business, and possessions. The overshadowing presence which guides the planets on their course and causes the sun to shine watches over all my possessions, home, business, and all the things that are mine. All of you should seek inner guidance for your problems. If you have a financial crisis, repeat this before sleeping: now I shall sleep in peace. I have turned this matter over to God's wisdom within. It knows only the answer. As the sun rises in the morning, so will my response be resurrected. I see the sunrise never fails. Then go to sleep. Your intellect can only solve some of your problems. Pray for the light that is to come. Let your sleep every night be a contented bliss. When you are hungry, poor state, you seek food. When worried, you seek peace. When you are sick, you seek health. When you are weak, you seek strength. Your desire for prosperity is the voice of God in you, telling you that abundance is yours. Let this be your daily prayer. Write in your heart, God is the source of my supply. That supply is my supply now. I am forever conscious of my true worth. I give of my talents freely and am wonderfully and divinely compensated. Thank you, God. Chapter 3. The Road to Riches. Riches are of the mind. For a moment, a physician's diploma was stolen with his equipment, but his wealth was in his mind. He could still carry on, diagnose diseases, prescribe, operate, and lecture on medical things. Only his symbols were stolen. His riches were in his mental capacity, knowledge to help others, and ability to contribute to humanity. Joseph shares the symbolic meaning of the passage of the Bible, change the water into wine. It is the answer to perfect health, happiness, peace of mind, and prosperity. Wine in the Bible always means realizing your desires, urges, plans, dreams, propositions, etc. In other words, it is what you wish to accomplish, achieve, and bring forth. Water in the Bible usually refers to your mind or consciousness. Water takes the shape of any vessel into which it is poured. Likewise, whatever you feel and believe is accurate will manifest in your world. Thus, you are constantly changing water into wine. Joseph here shares a case history from his files about a young girl who performed her first miracle in transforming water into wine. She operated a lovely hair salon. Her mother became ill. During her absence, 2 of her assistants embezzled funds. She was forced into bankruptcy, lost her home, and became deeply in debt. She could not pay her mother's hospital bills and was unemployed. This lady was quarreling with the outside world. She said, "Look at the facts. I have lost everything. It is a cruel world, and I cannot pay my bills. I do not pray, for I have lost hope." Joseph explained to this woman the magic formula of changing water into wine, and she understood that she had to resolve the quarrel in her mind. This same thing happens to us. Like this girl, there is always a tug of war in our minds. We find the environment and external affairs challenging your desire for expression, wealth, and peace of mind. True prayer teaches us how to resolve mental conflict. It is a mental marriage feast. Thought and feeling are our destinies. Prayer is a marriage of thought and feeling, or your idea or emotion. This is what the marriage feast relates to. As we think and feel inside, so is our outside world. Our body, finances, environment, social position, and all phases of our external relationship to the world and man. Our internal mental movements govern and control the superficial plane in our life. What does God mean to you? God is the name given to the one spiritual power. God is the one invisible source from which all things flow. The spiritual man in prayer moves from the mood of lack to the spirit of confidence, peace, and trust in the spiritual power within himself. Since his trust and faith are in the spiritual power, his moods and feelings register a feeling of triumph or victory. This will bring about the solution or the answer to your prayer. During the day, thousands of thoughts, suggestions, opinions, sights, and sounds reach our eyes and ears. We can reject them as unfit for mental consumption or entertain them. The author said that he became rich mentally when he explained all this to his client, the young lady mentioned above. She put into practice the new way of thinking and feeling. At night, she became reticent and still, relaxed, and began using constructive imagery. 3 steps she followed. She began to imagine the local bank manager congratulating her on her beautiful deposits in the bank. She kept guessing that for about 5 minutes. In her imagination, she heard her mother saying, "I am so happy about your fantastic new position." She listened to her say this comfortably and joyfully for about 3 to 5 minutes. She vividly imagined her marriage happening with the priest performing the ceremonies in church. Nothing happened for 3 weeks. Things got much worse, but she persevered, refusing to take for an answer. But in less than a month, she got married, received a check of $24,000 as a wedding gift, and changed water into wine. Whenever negative thoughts come into your mind, which would happen, do not fight and quarrel with them in any way, but go back to the spiritual and mental formula and repeat it quietly and lovingly to selfhood supplies all my needs. There is a divine surplus in my life. There is a divine solution. God's wealth is my wealth. Our prayers are like the captain directing the ship. We must have a destination. We must know where we are going. The captain of the boat knows the laws of navigation, and we are the captain of the bridge, and we give orders in the form of thoughts, feelings, opinions, beliefs, and moods. Imagine you have heard the news of having received a vast fortune. Dramatize it, feel it, thrill it, and notice how your whole body responds to the inner bliss. Get a picture of yourself as you want to be. Retain that image. Sustain it with joy, faith, and expectancy, and you will be able to experience its manifestation. In short, we can reverse any situation through prayer. Busy your mind with peace, success, wealth, and happiness. We must marry wealth by claiming to feel and believe, but not flirt with it by having many wives such as fear, doubt, anxiety, criticism, jealousy, and anger. Conclusion: the wealth, health, or invention we wish to introduce are all invisible at first. Everything comes out of the invisible. We must subjectively possess riches before we can objectively possess wealth. The feeling of wealth produces wealth, for wealth is a state of consciousness. A form of consciousness is what we think, feel, believe, and mentally consent to. And lastly, open your mind and heart and say, God is my pilot. He leads me. He prospers me, and he is my counselor. How to Attract Money Book Review. How to Attract Money by Dr. Joseph Murphy is a thought-provoking book that delves into the power of the subconscious mind and its role in attracting wealth and prosperity. As a reader, I found the author's writing style to be clear and concise, with relatable examples and practical advice. The book is based on the premise that our thoughts and beliefs shape our reality, and by changing our mindset, we can attract abundance into our lives. Dr. Murphy emphasizes the importance of positive affirmations, visualization, and gratitude in rewiring our subconscious beliefs about money and success. One of the key takeaways from the book is the concept of wealth consciousness, which encourages readers to cultivate a positive attitude towards money and view it as a means to achieve their goals and dreams. The author also provides practical exercises to help readers identify and overcome limiting beliefs that may be hindering their financial growth. In conclusion, How to Attract Money is an enlightening and transformative book that has impacted my approach to financial prosperity. I highly recommend it to anyone seeking to improve their mindset around money and unlock their full potential for wealth and abundance.